Hello there, boys and girls. Adam Nicholas here for WhatCulture Wrestling, fresh off the back of AEW's Double or Nothing rally. And it's fair to say the wrestling world is absolutely buzzing after some very exciting announcements. Now, there's been a lot of speculation about who was going to officially be announced at the rally, where Double or Nothing might be held as an event, and what else AEW might have had up their sleeve. And Cody and the Young Bucks wasted very little time indeed revealing this and more at the rally. Speaking outside of the TIAA Bankfield Stadium, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are obviously owned by Tony Khan, who is the owner of AEW, the three executive vice presidents revealed a number of signings we'd already heard about, but also unveiled a number of surprises along the way as well. Now, we already knew about SoCal Uncensored, Britt Baker and Hangman Page, who all gave speeches at the rally last night, but on top of that, we got a bunch of new names added to the list of signees, including Joey Janela and Penelope Ford, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, or MJF, and on top of that, Billy Gunn will also be signing with the company, but we're told in a producer role. Matt Jackson also announced a partnership with Chinese promotion OWE. Now, while that might not sound like much to those unfamiliar, it does bring with it a number of notable additions. First off, it brings with it the skills and expertise of the stable Strong Hearts, who Jackson put over in a huge way during the rally, and everything I've heard, particularly from some of the guys in the office, is very promising indeed, albeit Jackson may have called them the Good Hearts on the night, but I think we'll probably let him off for that one because he had quite a lot going on. But it does also see, and this is possibly the more exciting of the two for people who know, the highly respected and former Dragon Gate cornerstone Seema, who, to give you some context, had a hand in training the likes of the Young Bucks, Ricochet and Pac. And speaking of Pac, the former NXT champion also turned up at the rally to announce himself for All Elite Wrestling. He interrupted Hangman Page, who was in the middle of telling us how he wanted to become the first AEW champion, and Hangman Page and Pac standing face to face. That's something I've never even thought about, and that alone is very exciting indeed. Now, obviously, landing Pac is a huge get for the company. He's the current Open the Dream Gate champion for Dragon Gate, and he's also been working the independent scene since being frozen out by WWE, which includes, I should point out, a lovely show that he did for us in Newcastle just last Saturday for Defiant Wrestling. His addition to the roster is a bold statement from the new promotion, but Pac wouldn't be the only ex-WWE superstar to turn up at the rally. Perhaps saving the biggest and best of the names till last, Chris Jericho was the final announcement at the Double or Nothing rally. Jericho has been exploring life outside of WWE recently with his recent stint in New Japan, as well as putting on the Jericho Cruise. So following that trend, he has signed with AEW, a video of which can be found on Twitter, which came after the rally, of him sitting with owner Tony Khan and signing on the dotted line officially. So that trend for Jericho seems to be set to continue, and you would think, if they don't manage to figure out a partnership with New Japan, that this means that will see the end of his stint as the Alpha over in Japan. Now, while these signings were obviously quite exciting, there was a few other announcements made. Brandy announced that both men and women will be getting equal pay in the company, which is a massive step in the right direction for women's wrestling, and hopefully this feels like one of perhaps many positive impacts that AEW could have on the wrestling industry. The official venue for Double or Nothing was also announced at the rally, with the event set to take place at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. I mean, if you're gonna gamble on something new, where better to do it than Las Vegas? And that event will be happening on the 25th of May this year. Along with that, Cody also announced there would be a second event happening later this year, and that will be taking place in Jacksonville. No dates or names were yet confirmed, but as soon as we have them, we'll be sure to pass them on. And finally, it should also be noted that during the rally, Doug Enriquez, who was reporting for ProWrestling.com, said that HBO Vice were in attendance at the rally and were filming a special about All Elite Wrestling. That feels like a big deal because this in itself feels important. It feels like a big moment in wrestling history, and they're obviously there to capture that moment, and hopefully the special will be airing very soon. He did say in a follow-up tweet that it was going to happen after the 16th, presumably of this month, so we'll have to wait and see, but I'm looking forward to seeing how that special turns out, because undoubtedly, if they can capture the buzz and electricity that seems to be in the air, it's going to be a bloody good watch. That's it. That's your latest on AEW and the Double or Nothing rally. Very exciting stuff indeed. There's a palpable buzz in the air about all of this, and hopefully we've got more exciting news to come. But for the time being, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and share. Hit the old subscribe button if you haven't already. You can follow WhatCulture on Twitter at WhatCultureWWE. You can follow me on Twitter at It's Adam Nicholas. Or if you just want some more videos, with any luck, assuming one of the editors decides to put this in, there should be some videos just over there. I'm Adam Nicholas, and I'll see you next time.